last night I went on this diatribe about "In Trent We Trust," right? For those Jaguar fans in your late 20s, certainly your 30s and your early to mid 40s, you were the "In Gene We Trust" people. At least some of you were. Gene Smith could do no wrong in your eyes. You loved Gene Smith for whatever reason until you found out he was just an atrocious general manager. Nice guy. I have nothing against him personally. He was just terrible at his job. But you were the same people that did the "In Gene We Trust" stuff. And I hated that, by the way. I hated it then, and I still don't like it. It was a terrible saying because he was terrible at his job. But I've adopted the saying, and I've just changed the name. I'm an "In Trent We Trust" guy. Because to me, Trent Baalke this offseason has hit home run after home run after home run. I think Trent Baalke has been a, quote, masterclass this offseason. I love the job that he's done. And if I need to assume the role of the president of the Trent Baalke fan club amongst media, I guess, then I'm willing to do that because I think he's done superb. Do I have some questions about today? Yeah, I do. I got numerous questions about the guys they decided to keep and the guys they decided to cut. But again, 24 hours ago, I was preaching to you, "In Trent We Trust." I can't go back on that a mere 24 hours later because he did a couple of things that I would not have done. So I'm going to trust the general manager on this. He's had a really, really good offseason, in my opinion. I'm going to put my trust in the GM that he's doing the right things for the organization, although it's things I would not have done. And I'm going to stick with my motto, "In Trent We Trust," until he proves otherwise. And we'll see what happens beginning Sunday, September 8th, with the depth on special teams, with the guys they kept in the secondary, 21 linemen, 18 draft picks in the last 2 years of the 23 that were drafted, or I guess the last 3 years are now all still here. It is a young team. It is a big team. Is it the right team? Doug Peterson believes it is. Trent Baalke believes it is. We'll see. Quickly to Trent Baalke. We mentioned "In Trent We Trust." Well, let's hear from Jaguar general manager Trent Baalke when he was asked earlier today at the Miller Electric Center about his objective, what his objective was in making these final cuts.
You can never have enough bigs, number one. Guys that can play, and we felt really good about those 21 guys, obviously well enough to keep all of them. And I think you're just trying to put the best 53 together. Sometimes you go heavy in certain areas. Sometimes injuries play a part. Sometimes availability plays a part. So we just felt those were the best 53 for the time being. The roster's never done. We're going to keep looking. We're going to keep competing and putting guys in a position where they have to compete to keep their spots.
It's a young team. There's no question about that. It is a young football team. Final thought from Trent Baalke. He was asked earlier today about guys making the team, most of them being his draft picks.
You keep the best 53 guys, and regardless of age, does that play a factor? Yeah, when things are equal or close to equal, and you're looking at upside potential, where they're at currently. There's so many things that go into it, but like Coach said, everybody that's in those rooms earned it, and now it's their job to keep it. As we progress through, and they know it, and that's just the business. We're all in it. It's what have you done for me lately?
Thank you to Jaguars.com, as always, for the audio, and we'll get more into the cuts in just a moment. Again, Dave Campo, the head coach here on Hacker After Dark, former head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, is less than 20 minutes away to give his reaction and certainly recap a training camp and a preseason that was. What's your reaction to some of the cuts coming in? Braswell gone, Edmonds gone, DJ Coleman gone, Tyler Shatley, Elijah Cooks, Austin Trammell. One thing I want to get into as well, competition, right? We've talked about competition. It was the deepest roster Trent Baalke's ever had here. Well, that proved it out today because they cut a lot of guys that were very surprising to me that have done things in regular season games for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, Mia here, and thanks so much for watching 1010XL Jaguars. For even more coverage of the Big Cats, be sure to subscribe to 1010XL Jaguars.